See how big that's swelling? Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you haven't been here before, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you can see future videos from me. Today, I'm going to share with you my Dhal Purie recipe. Dhal Purie isn't my first choice in the roti. I love bus up shop more than Dhal Purie. But anyway, I have a bus up shop video on my channel that I'm going to link in the description in case you want to try it. Today I just feel like eating a wrap roti, so that's why I decided to make the Dhal Purie. So stay tuned and see how I make my Dhal Purie. So in my pot I have some dal or split peas that I washed. I'm adding some turmeric powder to the pot. I'm going to stir that up and then I'm going to add some salt. After adding the salt, I'm going to leave this to boil. It boils for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to test it. You don't want this to get too soft, so you have to make sure that once you push your finger through, that this is firm but soft. You know, not too hard. You know, it feels a little greeny. So once this is boiled, I'm going to strain it out and leave it to cool. Okay, so now I'm about to knead the flour for the Dhal Purie. I have a bowl here with the flour. It's a very simple recipe. Dhal Purie is so simple. I mean, it's not simple when it comes to having to grind the peas and fill it, but this part is pretty simple. So right now I have the flour. I'm going to add in some brown sugar, some baking powder, so I have some warm water here. I'm going to mix the flour and the sugar and the baking powder, and I'm just going to knead this, bring it together. Now you want this flour to be not too soft and not too hard. You want it to be in the middle. So this is 2 cups of water I'm starting off with here, but sometimes it depends on where you're located. You might have to use more water or less water because, you know, it depends on the climate. So I'm going to keep adding the water. Now this was 2 cups of water. I'm going to need some more. Definitely going to need some more water. So I'm going to add probably another cup of water will do it. Bring it together. You just keep gradually adding the water and kneading it, but it's at that consistency that you're looking for. You want this to be softer than harder than the bus up shop. You don't want it to be as soft as the bus up shop. I'm just bringing that together. You see, it's not that soft. The bus up shop needs a little softer than this. So to smooth out my bowl, I add some vegetable oil. So I just take the vegetable oil and pour it in and just smooth this out. Now after putting the flour, after putting the oil, I'm going to add a little bit of dry flour to the bowl, and that will completely smooth it out. So I'm just placing the wet paper towel over it, and then I'll cover it with a towel. So right now I have my cool dal. I have some shadon leaves or bandania leaves. I have some habanero peppers and some garlic cloves. I'm going to put all of this into the food processor. You can chop these up if you want, the pepper and the just the pepper and the shadow benie if you don't want to leave it like that, but my food processor works really well with chopping them up. So it's all up to you. So I'm just gonna put it all into the food processor. Not all, I'm gonna put some of it because I'm gonna do it in parts, because you want all these grains, all the dal, the peas grains to get grinds, because you don't want to leave any whole grains in there, because leaving the whole grains will make your roti burst. So you want to make sure that this is grind up really well. So your peas might be a little sticky. So what I like to do, I like to dry it out. But we have to dry it out because you want it to be powdery. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in this pot. And it's almost like patching it, so you kind of drying out the liquid from it. So you'll see how it will start to get powdery. So just spread it out in there. You just keep moving it around because you don't want it to stick. It's already started sticking, but that's okay because once it dries out, you're gonna start lifting. I'm just going to leave it for a little bit. So you see, this is what we need. This is how we need it to get. See how easy it is to move around now? It's nice and dry. So when it's nice and dry and powdery like this, you're going to remove it from the pot and let it cool down. Because you can't put this into your dough just yet. You have to let this cool completely down. See how it's moving around. So this, you want to kind of take your hands and just squeeze it and make sure there's no like grains of peas remaining in there. And then you're going to add in some salt. And some jeera, some ground jeera or cumin. And you're gonna just mix that in. And that's it. Pretty filling. You want to make sure there's no grains in there because you don't want it to burst the roti. So that's why I'm kind of playing with it and feeling around to make sure that everything is grinded up. We're going to cut the dough into smaller balls. Now this depends on the size of your tower. If you have a big tower, then you will, make it a little big. If you have a small size tower, you make it, and this has to be thin, so you don't want to have your roti too fat. So my tower is about a 12-inch, so this size will be good for me. You just make them into little balls and then cover them with a wet paper towel, a damp paper towel. So now I'm going to fill the roti. So you want to be generous with the flour because you don't want it to be too sticky. So I'm rolling it out a little. You could use your hand for this and just hold it like this. Hold it in your hand. I'm using like a half measuring cup for this. Some people use their actual hand. I used to do that, but I realized this method is easy. So you fill it in, that's a half cup, and that's for the size of my roti. And you want to pinch all around, just keep pinching it. Pinching, pinching, pinching it together. Make sure everything's inside, and you just keep pinching it. And then you kind of seal it. So you kind of roll it around and sealing it in. You want to make sure this is sealed tight. Now you can put a little flour so it's not too sticky at the bottom. So this is one that's already filled. This is one that's not filled, it's flatter. So I'm just going to leave this here and continue on with the others. As I say, put enough flour at the bottom because now that it's filled, you don't want it bursting, getting soft and bursting. So I'm going to do another one. As I said, you can use your hand or you could use a rolling pin and just flatten it out a little. And you put it in your hand like that. And you add these. And then you just start pinching it in. This could be difficult for some people, but just take your time and do it. Just keep pinching it in. And then you keep kind of, so you're sealing it, you're just actually sealing it, so you want to keep rolling it like this. Once it's sealed, then you could put flour. Just keep rolling it around, make sure it's sealed properly. And this is another one. I'm going to sprinkle some flour at the top of them and then cover them with a damp paper towel. You don't want them drying out. So I'm going to continue filling all these and we'll go on to the next step. So they're all filled and now I'm going to let them rest for, you can let them rest for about 15-30 minutes. It all depends on the rush you're in, but the longer you let it rest is the better it's and softer it's going to be. So I'm covering it with a damp, not wet, because you don't want it to get sticky, and then so put enough flour on it and just cover it so it don't dry out too much. And then cover it down. So I'm about to cook my first roti. So you want to add enough flour to roll this out. You don't want it to stick to your counter. So you want to put enough flour. Alright. Now you want to spread it out because you want your roti to have peas all through. So just press it out first before rolling it out. Once it's all nice and pressed out, you're gonna flip it over, make sure you have enough flour again, and just start rolling it out. You want this to be thin as you can get it. Make sure you roll it really thin. Because nobody likes thick roti. I know I don't. So once that is all rolled out thin, you're going to grease your oil your tawa once again. Some thin. And then we're going to put the roti on there. We're going to oil it up. Let this cook for about a minute or two until you see the bubbles forming at the top, and then you flip it. Now that I lower the heat, it's going to take a little longer to form the bubbles at the top. So that's just swelling right now. So now that you see the bubbles, you flip it over. You don't want to get it too brown. I don't like my dhal purie brown, too brown. So, I mean, some people make it really brown. So it's all up to your liking. For me, I don't like it like that. So I'm going to cook it for 1 minute here. And then I'm going to flip it because I don't want it to get brown and too brown. But as I said, this is your choice. It's swelling right now. Look at that. I'm going to flip it because I don't want to get it brown. See, this cook really fast. This is already cooked. So I'll give it about 3 minutes max, and this is already cooked. So this one is done. You don't want to leave it on one side for too long. I'll say 1 minute, 1 minute, another minute if you feel like you need it, but this cook really fast. See how big that's swelling? So this is my finished Dhal Purie Roti. They're all so soft and they smell so good. They tasted really nice and tasty. And as you can see, as I rip it open now, it's just so soft. Like, this is the way I like my Dhal Purie. Nice and soft. Okay guys, I have my Dhal Purie here. My nice soft Dhal Purie, and I'm going to fill it. So this is some goat that I made. So I'm putting the goat in there. And I have some chana and potato. So this is how you usually eat roti in Trinidad. Well, Dhal Purie. And I have some mango anchar or mango curry, as they call it. So I'm gonna put that in there. And all these fillings here are filled with pepper, so I don't have to put any pepper sauce. I'm gonna wrap it like this. Then I'm gonna get a knife and I'm gonna cut it. You don't have to cut it, but I could cut it. So that's a wrap roti. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. God bless.